Hello everyone, this is Ken and hope you all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about how to trick your brain into remembering almost anything. So if you like the video related to manifest power, I would like to request you all please to subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon and give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So here we begin this game. How to trick your brain into remembering almost anything. Many people complain about having a terrible memory, shopping list, friends' birthdays, statistics for an exam. They just don't seem to stick in the brain, but memory is not as set in stone as you might imagine. With the right technique, you may well be able to remember almost anything at all. Nelson Dillis is a four-time USA memory champion and grandmaster of memory. Some of his feats of recollection include memorizing 10,000 digits of pi, the order of more than 9 shuffled deck of cards, and list of hundred of names after only hearing them once. But with a little dedication, Dillis says anyone can improve their memory. Here are 5 steps you follow that will get you filling your head with information. Now the first one, start with strong images. Let's start with a fairly simple memorization task, the 7 wonders of the world. To memorize this, Dillis recommends starting by turning each one of those items into an easily remembered image. Some will be more obvious for the Great Wall of China. For example, you might just want to imagine a wall for Petra. You might instead go for an image of your own pet. There's a science behind all of this. Images that are weird and maybe gross or emotional or sticky. So when looking at the brain, researchers found that the amygdala, a part of the brain that is important for processing emotion, encourages other part of the brain to store memories. That's why strong emotions make it more likely that memories will stick. Then it comes to the second part. Put those images in a location. The next step is to locate those strong mental images in a setting you are very familiar with. In Dillis' example, he places each one of the 7 wonders on a route through his house, starting with a wall in his entryway. Then Chris, representing Chris Radimer, launching around on his sofa. The weirder, the better, Dillis says. In the kitchen, you might imagine a llama cooking up a meal. This technique of linking images with places is called a memory palace. It's particularly useful for remembering the order of certain elements. A memory palace capitalizes on your existing memory of a real place. It's a place that you know, usually your home or another location that you know really well. If it's a list with just 7 items, that space can be relatively small, but when it came to memorizing 10,000 digits of pi, Dillis had to widen out his memory palace to the entirety of his hometown, Miami. He divided the 10,000 digits into 2,000 chunks of 5 digits each and placed them all across 10 different neighborhoods. Neuroimaging research has shown that people show increased activity in the of occipital parietal area of the brain when loading memories using a memory palace. This means that the technique helps you bring in more part of the brain that are usually dedicated to other senses. The parietal lobe is responsible for navigation, and the occipital lobe is related to seeing images. Then it comes to the third part, pay attention. Remembering 7 weird images for the wonders of the world should not be too hard, but when you are memorizing 10,000 digits of pi, you might need a little more motivation. I would tell myself this mantra: I want to memorize this. I want to memorize this. It's a simple mantra, but it would align my attention and focus on the task at hand and help me remember it better. Now it comes to the fourth part, break things up. With very large numbers like pi or a long sequence of cards, it also helps you break things up. Dillis turned each 5-digit chunk of pi into an image that he could easily remember. Words are easy. You see a word and typically evoke some kind of imagery in your mind, but things like numbers or card or even names are a little trickier, he says, and those have systems that we have developed and learned save that whenever we see a name or a number or a card, we already have an image preset for it. For Dillis, the first 5 digits of pi after the decimal point are represented by Sam Neill wearing an Iron Man suit. It's just the way it goes. The second patch is represented by an image of his friend addressed as the Emperor from the movie Gladiator with his thumb down. Then it comes to the fifth part. Finish up by reviewing. Once you have got your images sorted and your memory palace populated, you just need to really make sure that they are going to stay in your head. Most memories never make it into a long-term memory. That's why it's so important to repeat the information to transform a short-term memory into a long-term memory. And sadly, there is no easy hack for that. It comes down to repetition and hard work. To become a memory champion, I had to work every day. I trained very hard and made it something that is just instinctive to me. And that only came with practice. And if that sounds like a lot of work, well, you would be right. So that's all about the manifest power in this video. I hope you all liked it. I will definitely come with the next video with my another content. Till then, God bless you. Bye bye and take care.